Good morning, everyone. Daniel Gomez Inspires here. How's everyone doing this morning? I'm excited. I'm pumped. It's going to be a great day today. Just finished getting back from the gym, had an amazing workout. And I had an interesting conversation this morning at the gym. It was pretty interesting. And the topic of the day was elephants. You're like, Daniel, what the heck are you talking about elephants out at the gym? The thing is the question that arose is, why are elephants the largest, strongest land animal in the world? And just imagine this mammal that's the strongest, that's the best, that can literally squash a metal iron vehicle. How can an 18-inch steak keep an animal like that of that magnitude chained up at the circus or at the zoo? Think about that. The elephant weighs tons. It literally weighs tons, right? And it's held in place by an 18-inch steak. And as we were having this conversation at the gym this morning, it was phenomenal because like elephants are tied up and they're staked to the ground. Many of us, in many ways, we have the same thing. Because what happens is these amazing animals, these amazing land animals, from the day they're born in the circus, at the zoo, they get these stakes and they stake them to the ground. And of course, when you're a baby elephant, man, the stake seems a lot bigger than the elephant. So they chain the foot of the elephant to the stake. And in the elephant, not being as strong as it can be because it's just a baby elephant, it tries to tug to the left. It goes back. It tries to tug and it goes back because it's not strong enough. It's not strong enough to pull away from the stake and the chain. It's stronger than it. And it's trained to do this since the day it was born and put into captivity in the circus or the zoo. And they sway to get away and then they go back. They sway to get away and then they go back. And the comment that I made this morning with the gentleman at the gym with Devin was, many times human beings are that way too. You see, the same way the elephant is a baby and it's staked to the ground to believe that it can't pull away from the chain. It believes this system, right? This system of thinking in our minds, this conditioning, this hardwiring that the elephant gets. It believes that for the rest of its life. Think about that. The elephant believes that for the rest of its life. Wow. Why is that? Why is that? And the question is this, is that it believes that because the fact of the matter that it's conditioned every day. And just like the elephants, us as growing up as human beings, every day we're told certain things in our lives. And for you, it may be that you don't measure up. You're not as good as your sister. Why can't you be like your brother, you hear when you're growing up? Why can't you be like your sister when you're growing up? Why can't you be like your brother? Can't you do anything right? See, we're conditioned with these things. And then as we get older and older and older, and then we get into these relationships at work and these relationships with our spouses, with our partners, and then those memories come back. And then some of these songs that we hear, that these memories that come back are, you're not good enough. You're not smart enough. And I say this because a lot of these things I struggled with myself. I struggled with them myself. And I say this because I want you to know that as the elephant was conditioned to be stuck in that ground and it's strong enough to get away, you're strong enough to get away from those conditioning thoughts that you have, right? Those things that you think. It's amazing that us as human beings, we have so much potential in our lives. We have so much potential in what we can do. We have so much potential in what we can accomplish. But the thing is, just like that elephant, we're stuck. We're stuck to that 18-inch chain. And think about it. This animal grows up. It weighs over 2,000 pounds. It weighs over 2,000 pounds. It weighs over 2,000 pounds, and it can definitely break away. It can definitely break away from that steak, but it doesn't. And the same way we tolerate the things that we don't like anymore, but we're used to it. So we just, like the elephant sways and then it sways back. So in what area of your life are you swaying and then you're swaying back and you're stuck? You know, we're having our Sticker Shock Speaking Academy here March 5th and 6th, and then we're having our Evolution Weekend. But I bring that up because so many of us, we how can I say this? Like, so many of us have so much inside of us. You're excellence already. I want you to say that with me. I am excellence. So many of us have excellence inside of us that we don't tap into that excellence that we have. You're so used to performing. You're so used to performing and doing and performing and doing and performing and doing that excellence inside of you. And so many people contact me, hey, Daniel, I want to be a speaker and let's do this. And the moment you tell them that there's an investment involved, they don't want to invest in themselves, because just like that elephant, they're stuck that they're not good enough. I can't do that. I had a great conversation with a dear friend of mine yesterday, and it was amazing because he goes, yeah, I'm going to go. I'm committed. I got the confirmation. I prayed about it. And then he still didn't take action. Why is that? I'm going to tell you why. Because you don't even realize how many excuses you're making. We all make excuses, and we don't realize the excuses that we're making. You don't realize it. You just don't. And he made excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse after excuse. And I was like, you have to want this too. But it's amazing how we can invest $1,000, $1,500 in a new iPhone. We can invest, or not even invest. We have that gadget syndrome where we want to buy the latest iPhone, the latest new Galaxy phone. We spend $1,000 on a phone, but you won't invest in yourself to help you improve and develop who you are, because you're conditioned that way. And just the way the elephant can pull away as a grown adult, weighs over a ton, can break away from that 18-inch steak. It can break away from it. You don't. So what's the elephant in your life? What's the elephant in your life? For many years, for me, I don't have nothing. I'm not going to hide it, right? I was stuck. I used to like to drink beer, and I would drink a beer pretty much every week. And I was stuck to it. And I believe that's just the way it is. And that's just the way I was. And when I realized that there was a better way, when I realized that there was something more, when I realized that I could do something more with myself, it's like you start thinking in a different way. But the thing is so many people, I want to share this wisdom with you, is that you cannot think yourself, right? You cannot, how can I say this? You cannot will yourself to a positive mindset. You cannot will yourself to a positive mindset. Let me say it again. You cannot will yourself. So many times in my corporate trainings, I hear a lot of these account executive and sales professionals say, well, I'm just going to think positive today. I'm going to change my life. I'm going to think positive. And they don't, because they don't do the intentional work that they need to do to transform their thinking, like the elephant, being stuck and swaying back to what's hindering them. So what are you swaying back to? Where are you stuck? Maybe for you, we spend a lot of time on our phone. We're addicted to it. And our relationships at home ain't doing so well because we're getting upset with our kids. We're getting upset with our spouses just because we'd rather be on the phone, and we're here and somebody's right in front of you and you don't even notice them. Maybe you're stuck that way. Or maybe you're stuck in a job where you're not happy anymore, but you don't have the courage to take action. And just like the baby elephant, it believed that it wasn't strong enough to pull away from that 18-inch steak. It sways back to it. Maybe you're stuck in the fact that you really want to start a business, but you're too scared to go out there and take the action. It's going to be normal. You're going to feel scared. That's part of the process, because you have a thing called the reticular activating system. And to make it simple, not to use big words, just imagine a filter. Just imagine if I had a filter in front of me that was yellow, everything that you see is going to be yellow. If I had a filter in front of me that's blue, everything that I see is going to be blue. So you have these filters in front of you of fear, of doubt, because you're stuck like the elephant and you're comfortable. And you've had that idea in your mind, you've had that idea in your heart, and you know that it was put there and it was a God-given idea, but you haven't taken action. Like I mentioned before, many people reach out to me about Sticker Shock Speaking Academy. I want to be a speaker. I want to get paid. I want to do this. Think about this. They won't make a $2,000 investment that I'll help them with payments. And Michelle Hoskins, she just got a $5,000 paid speaking engagement. Think about that. She invested $2,000 to make $5,000. Come on. If somebody says, Daniel, give me $2,000 and I'll give you $5,000 back, who would not jump on that? But I say that because that's the limiting thinking, the limiting beliefs, that just the mindset that we have that keeps us in captivity in situations that we're not happy with, that we don't want to tolerate. And maybe you're like, Daniel, I don't want to be a speaker. I'm not trying to sell you the Speaking Academy, but I can help you become a speaker. And I would love for you to be with us on March 5th and 6th. But I will tell you this. On February 26th, 27th, and 28th, we just had an amazing event in October called Evolution Mastermind Retreat, Evolution Weekend. And in Evolution Weekend, we help you to address the issues that get you stuck like the elephant, the belief systems in your mind, your perspective. Perspective is huge. You would be more successful in your relationships, in life, in business, in your finances with money, if your perspective would just shift. Think about that. Just shift your perspective. But many of us don't know how to shift our perspective because we're so used to seeing things from our point of view. You know, everybody says, this is the biggest lie that we've been told. Think about this. New year, new me. Yeah, it's a new year, but it's still the same old you because you're not doing anything to grow. You're not doing anything to advance yourself. You're not doing anything. Yes, it's a new year, but okay, how is it going to be a new you? You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself and take action. And I'm not just saying taking action with me, with anybody that you may know. With you have to do something different than you did last year. Don't be stuck to where you say new year, new me, and buy into that lie. No, new year, new me. No, you got to change you got to change the CPU right here, baby. You got to change that hardware, that hard drive. Think about this. You can have the most expensive computer in the system. You can buy the latest Mac that costs you $3,000, right? You have the latest Mac. But if the operating system isn't worth it, isn't the proper, if it doesn't have the proper operating system, it's not going to work to its capability. If you have the old version of Windows on your CPU, you're not going to do some of the things you can do because you're not upgrading your hard drive. We always upgrade our phones because they're quicker, faster. Why don't we upgrade the way we think, the way we process things, the way we live life? I would love to help you get unstuck like the elephant. The people that came to our last event, Elizabeth Maldonado, Diane Talamantes, Kalila Johnson, Michael Johnson, their lives were transformed. It's a 3-day event here at our house. We provide the food, we provide everything. And it's 3 days of amazing, amazing transformation of your life. And let me explain, you're not going to leave the same way you come. I'm sincere. I want to help people. Don't be like that elephant. Reach out to me and call me. And if you need help in your business, in your finances, in life, if your relationships stink, it's a new year, but don't let that old you lie to you and say new me because you're not doing the work, you're not putting in the effort that you need to be. I love people. And nothing hurts me more than seeing people that have so much untapped potential. They have so much untapped potential and they don't do anything to really bring it out of themselves. Your excellence in the making. The same way that elephant, that baby elephant bought into that lie, and it's allowing an 18-inch steak to keep it grounded, and it sways to the left and it sways back and it sways and it sways back. It's stuck. Don't be like that baby elephant that ends up spending its whole life in the circus stuck because you believe that that 18-inch steak is stronger and more capable than you are. We love to help you. I love people. And when I realized myself that there was so much untapped potential in me, that I could have the podcast of the year, that I could make a difference in people's lives and really give them my heart that they can transform. Nothing brings me more joy than seeing the transformation in the Velma de Rendons and some of the people that we coach. It's just amazing, right? Visit our Google reviews. We have over 135 five-star Google reviews for customer service and our coaching and our speaking and our trainings. We'd love to help you. Reach out to us, Evolution Weekend, February 26, 27, 28. We'll work with you. Call me. We'll take care of you with that. Sticker shock, if you are an aspiring speaker, people laughed at me too. I know what it's like. I felt your pain. And we started our business when my wife was going through her breast cancer journey, double mastectomy. I bring that up because I don't want the excuses to get in your way. So we'll see you March 5th and 6th, Sticker Shock Speaking Academy. Call me, reach out to me. We'll set up a payment option if you need it. Evolution Weekend, Mastermind Weekend Retreat for your life, for your finances, for your business. We had a record breaking year in 2020 during COVID. I'm saying this because not to brag, but just to show you that it's all right here in your CPU. Are you ready to upgrade your CPU and start living the life that you are destined to live? God didn't make you to be mediocre. God didn't make you to be a second class citizen. You are worthy and deserving of success. Let me say it again. You are worthy and deserving of success. This is Daniel Gomez Inspires. Have an amazing day. Share this with somebody who needs to hear this message. Because if you don't love you enough, if you don't love someone enough to let them know, hey, you're stuck like an elephant, there's people out there that can help you. I think about Elizabeth Maldonado that came to Evolution Weekend. I just spoke to her the other day. She said her life changed. We want to change your life also. Blessings. Remember, your best is yet to come.